This video was done in partnership with vocalpresets.com. They offer a huge selection of vocal preset packs for any genre or vocal tone. For my holiday giveaway, they've offered to give away one free everything bundle to one of my subscribers. Just subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Vocal Presets on YouTube, and leave a comment below to enter to win. Hey guys, it's MusicTechHelpGuy, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create your own custom effects preset chains in Logic Pro 10. This works for individual tracks, for like mixing presets, and it also works for instruments as well as the master output, as well as buses. So I'm going to show you all four in this video. So let's say that you have a vocal setting that you really like. Maybe you've got auto-tune on here, the channel EQ, another EQ, a certain compressor you like, maybe another compressor. So you have this custom effects chain that you like to use on your voice or maybe a particular artist that you're working with. And you want to save this preset chain so you can pull it up at any time. Well, Logic makes this super easy to do. You simply select that track. Note here that I have auto-tune bypassed. That's one thing that you can do. You can bypass certain plugins. So when you load the preset, those plugins will still be deactivated. So all you do is you click on Setting up here. Oh yeah, make sure you have the inspector open. So you can press I to open the inspector, or you can do this from the mixer. You can press X to open the mixer. Click on Setting, go down to Save Channel Strip Setting As, and you can give this a name, call it whatever you want. It saves it as a CST file. It's a channel strip file. So I'll just call this Male Vocal 1. Now, what I like to do is I like to create different folders for these different categories of presets. You know, maybe you have some for guitar, bass, drums, vocals, female vocals, backing vocals. Click Create New Folder down here, and I'll say Male Vocals. That creates a folder, and then I can save this preset within that folder. So now, if I want to recall this in another project, all I have to do is click Setting up here. And then down here, that folder shows up, Male Vocals and Male Vocal 1. You can see down here, I have a bunch for my voiceover presets that I use. So I'll go to Male Vocals, Male Vocal 1, and it loads up that exact same channel strip with all of those same plugins, in addition to their settings. They store the settings for each of the plugins as well, so that's really nifty. And it also will carry over the icon for that track if you've added a track icon. So once again, let's say I have like a particular guitar amp that I like to use. Maybe I'm using the pedal board for a bit of drive. Then I've got maybe guitar rig pulled up. And then I've got Slate Virtual Mix Rack up here with a particular setting. So I can just go down to Save Channel Strip Setting As. Maybe I'll make a new folder for this. I'll call this Guitars. And then I'll call this Rhythm Drive or something like that. Now if I go over to my empty audio track here, I can go down to Guitars, and there's my preset Rhythm Drive, and it loads up all of those same plugins. So that's really nifty for mixing, especially if you're trying to use the same guitar tone, the same vocal mix, the same bass tone from song to song. This is sort of a quick way to do it instead of having to create like templates. So I find this particularly helpful for mixing. Now, this also works for instruments. So let me pull up a software instrument here. And let's say I want the ES2, and I want the arpeggiator on here. And then maybe I want some EQ as well. Maybe I want some delay or reverb. Go ahead and throw Space Designer on here. So the great thing about this with instruments is not only does it save the effects, it also saves the MIDI effects and the instrument as well. So if I click on Setting up here, go down to Save Channel Strip Setting As, you can see I've already got a few different folders in here. I'll create a new folder called Synthesizers, and I'll just call this the name ES2 preset. Now, if I want to recall this on another track, all I have to do is create a new software instrument, go up to Setting, go down to Synthesizers, ES2 preset, and there it is. So you can create your own custom instrument effects chains as well. If there's a particular instrument that you like to use with a particular setting that you like to use with certain effects that you like to use, you can recall that at any time. Now, this also works for the stereo output here. Maybe you're doing your mastering within your mix, which I usually don't recommend doing, but sometimes, you know, it's called for. Okay, so I've got ozone, tape, and then a limiter. And again, you can dial these settings in any way you like, and you can save this as a custom mastering channel strip. So maybe I'll create a new folder just called mastering presets. And I can call this whatever I want to call it. Maybe I want to call it loud rock master. Then if I go over to a new project, I'll just reset this channel strip. I can go in here, go down to user channel strip settings, go down to mastering presets, and there it is, loud rock master. And it recalls all of those plugins with all of their settings. One last one I'll show you that's particularly helpful. A lot of times when I'm mixing guitars, especially rhythm guitars, I'll have like a left and a right rhythm guitar, but then I'll do some additional processing on a bus. Now, buses, you can create these by either sending the output of a track over to a bus and then just adding whatever effects you want in here, or you can use a track stack, a summing stack. So let me create a track stack. I'll create a summing stack here, and then I'll just call this rhythm guitars. There we go. So now, let's say I want to add compression to both of these guitars simultaneously. Maybe I'll do this with Neutron. And maybe in Neutron, I'm using the compressor, the EQ, the exciter, and maybe I've got a limiter on here too. And then maybe I have another EQ before Neutron where I'm band passing the guitars or whatever. So I've got this custom preset for my guitars. I can save this as a channel strip setting. I'll click new folder. I'll call this guitar buses, and then I can just create my own custom preset, guitar bus 1. So if I'm doing any bus processing, if I reset that channel strip, I can go ahead and recall under my user channel strip settings, my guitar bus setting in any project. And again, this works for track stacks, and it also works for aux tracks within the mixer. Now, one last thing I'll show you is how to access the folder where all of these presets are saved. Because if you find that maybe you've created too many, or you have some that you don't need anymore, or maybe you want to reorganize your folder hierarchy, it might be easier to edit them within Finder on your Mac rather than trying to do it here. So the way you can find these is they're under your hard drive here. So I'll just click Macintosh HD, users, your name or your computer. Then you're going to go down to music, then audio music apps, then channel strip settings. And you'll see there's 5 of them. The only one I didn't show you was master, but we talked about bus, instrument, output, and track. So all of those track presets that I made are right here. There's guitars, there's male vocals. Maybe if I wanted to give this a different name, I could call it Vocal 1 Bright, right? If I change the name here, now the preset will change here in the channel strip setting. So it's pretty nifty to create your own custom presets. They're sort of like templates, but just track templates if you think about it. So I use this all the time for mixing. I have certain settings that I like to use from project to project. So I'll just save them and recall them at will. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember, we're giving away an everything bundle from vocalpresets.com as part of my holiday giveaway. Just make sure you leave a comment below and let me know that you want it, and I'll randomly pick a winner in about a week. Thanks for the support. Happy New Year, and thanks for watching.